gonna do a little test run. We're doing a little test run with the tape reading. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, she did. We gonna do a little test run with the tape reading with Timmy. See if we can get it straight before Monday. Before Monday. Let me I'm just trying to get my IG together. I guess I'll put the screen up while I get myself together. Where y'all at? Where do y'all go? Guess I'll put my screen up. I got to get my screen together and everything. Put my screen up while I just thought about doing this the last minute, so I ain't got nothing together. Y'all see the market already done open. The market already. I thought about this. I said, man, let me do a little test run. So on Monday, when I get ready to do this, I won't have, I know if I got any hiccups or anything like that. So good morning, good morning. Yes, testing. We testing. Good morning here, learning shell. What's up, Rhonda? What's going on, Deborah? Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Me and my sweetie are both veterans. My sweetie told me happy Veterans Day, Veterans Day today. If I put my mic way over here, can y'all still hear me good? If I put my mic, if y'all can still hear me good with my mic being right there, way over there. What's up, Hines? What's going on? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me decent right here. If y'all can hear me good like that. I'll try to project. I don't have a problem projecting with my voice. Y'all know I ain't got a problem projecting. Let me do this real quick. This dummy. She gonna get out the car. Woman gets out of the car. Argue with her. Woman gets out of the car to argue with her husband while inside a tiger safari. You big dummy. You big dummy. Look at this here. You big dummy. She's out of there. Look, I told you I can drive. Let me drive. Stop it. You don't know what you're doing. Hey, what? Hey, help me. Help me. Honey. She's dead. She's food. See. We gonna get to the counters in just a second. Pull up on the tube if you are not busy. Finger point. All right, let's get into it, man. The market is pulling back. I like to say I took advantage of me a long setup this morning. I got up this morning to trade the London. Meet me at the London, and we had taken out buy side here that I had mapped out. This has nothing to do with tape reading. I'm just sharing with the true members of the gang. If you've always been a member of the gang, I'm sharing with you right now. Got up to trade the London, and we had traded back up into this hourly SIBI right here and taking out the buy side. We had a nice impulse leg up like here after taking out the daily low. So I came in to get me a long setup. It didn't set up nothing that I really liked until late, like around this area here. I end up getting long, and got me like, I don't know. I got like the way my ATM is set up, like it goes once it goes, it like, you know what I'm saying? Like once it get like 4 points in profit, it locks in 3 points. And then when it hit 5 points, every time it go up a tick, it moves the stop up a tick. So it's going to always stay 1 point behind the highest price once it get to 5 points in it. And I think it ended up stopping me out like around like 7, 8 points. I don't know. I can't remember. I just, when I came back in later, it was, this trade was done. It was a profitable trade. I wasn't sitting here watching it. But now let's get to the tape reading. Let's get our bearings together, and then we'll go start reading the tape. Okay, so if you're wondering what these blue lines are, those blue lines are for this 4-hour imbalance right here, and I have it graded. If you're not an ICT concepts trader, you may not understand what I mean by a graded area, but any area, any gap, PD array, any PD array, anything dealing with ICT, any range, if you break it down into 4 sections, 4 quadrants, or 4 sections, you know what I'm saying? You want to see what's the 25%, 50%, 75%. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the quarters of that area. And as you see, we came down to the top 25% of this. This is what made me want to go long, right? We still, I ain't getting to the tape read yet. For the gang, right? When I came in this morning and saw this heavy rejection off of this 25% of this 4-hour Bessie, and then once we got into the London, we had extended up so far and didn't feel this CB right here, but we came that far up into it, right? We came all the way up to 75%, right? We came all the way up into 75% like that. I said, okay, that's a nice displacement leg, right? Looking at the hourly candle, right? I'm like, that's a nice displacement leg. We're in a premium. We're above midnight, right? So when we drop down below midnight, you know, I'm gonna get something, you know. So we dropped down below midnight. It didn't really give me a setup that I liked. And then over here, we still was refusing to take this low, and we had some divergence between the indexes over here, the ESC, the ES making lower lows, right? From this counter to that counter, the ES making lower lows, the NQ refusing to make lower lows, the YM refusing to make lower lows. So with that divergence and with that rejection off the top 25%, that's what made me want to look for a long in there. Now that that's done, I've caught the gang up to speed. Now let's see where we at, because the charts are already rolling without us, but we can still read price. Rolling without us, but we can still read price. Yes, we had already taken that. Yes, okay. So that buy side was already taken. It go keep on rolling. That buy side was already taken. Now let's get our bearing. So we got getting our bearing together. Yesterday, we pushed up, and then these 4-hour candles here on a 10 o'clock 4-hour candle, we dropped, right? So the 10 o'clock 4-hour candle and the 2 o'clock 4-hour candle, that's pretty much from the whole New York session. These 2 candles right here is the entire New York session, right? This is from 10 to 2, and this is from 2 to 6. The entire New York session, we kept on falling. Hey, get off my screen. We just kept on falling. Now, again, the lower fair value gap now in the sense of dealing range. This is the dealing range that we're focusing on right now, right here. This is the dealing range that we're focusing on right now. We're getting our bearing together. We're getting our bearing together. Okay, this is our dealing range. It looks like we just poked into a slight premium, right? On the 4-hour calendar, we just poked into a slight premium. Tim, what makes that a slight premium? Because from the high to the low of this leg, this displacement leg right here, this dealing range, this, I call it a displacement leg because we displaced to the bottom. We had expansion to the bottom with the fair value gap and a fair value gap. So that shows displacement, right? We got displacement down. We're not trying to find biases. We're just looking at what the candles are telling us. So this is the dealing range we're watching right here from 44.13 down to 43.57.75. That's the dealing range we're watching. Okay, we have a 4-hour BISI below us. We have a 4-hour BISI below us. I'm trying to grab it. Okay. And we have a 4-hour SIBI above us that we just pushed up into while we were talking. We just it'll probably be quicker for me just to. All right. So if we were to grade this SIBI, boom, we came right up to consequent encroachment of that 4-hour SIBI. Came right up to consequent encroachment of that 4-hour SIBI. Okay. Now, and that gave us a breaking market structure to the downside when we came when we dropped yesterday. Yesterday's price action gave us a breaking market structure to the downside, right? We cleared our sell stops there, cleared our sell stops here, touched into this imbalance. Overall, when you look at the overall structure, we're in a market maker buy model. We've come right back. We're right back up to the original consolidation. We still have not taken the buy side above the original consolidation. We have that high there. And then we're just going to put the high on the bottom of that weekly fair value gap that we've been eyeballing. We have a weekly fair value gap above us. Also, I think is that a daily high? Yes, that is a daily high. Right. So that's a daily high right there. So we're going to mark that out as the buy side that's at the top of that market maker buy model. Right. We're chugga choo choo. And now we have our bearings together. Not look for any type of bias. We just want to see where we are in the charts. Now let us break our screen down like we said we were going to do. Let us break our screen. I forgot about that. An important interruption. Looks like you need to clarify whether you may or may not qualify. What in the world is this? Is this what I think this is the same thing that somebody texted me about. Make sure they ain't gonna put none of my private information on the screen. Somebody asked me about that. I wasn't really paying attention. I hope I checked the right box. Somebody asked me about that the other day, and I was like, me no know. I don't know what you talk about. Me no know. And I ain't know what. I was like, maybe they just want you to double verify. I don't know, but I ain't know what it was. I think that was, matter of fact, I need to find out who that was that texted me. Oh, they asked everyone. Okay. Me no. I forgot I'm supposed to be doing it like this right here on the screen so we can watch all the time frames that I like to watch. This gonna get real busy with all that stuff on the charts. So I'm gonna have to hide that. This is our 60 minute. This is our 15. This is our 5. This is our 1. I'm gonna have to hide all this stuff because it's crazy. Turn this alert off. I had that alert set to let me know if I got stopped out. That was like one tick above my stop. 43, 53, 50. My stop was 43, 53, 25. That was one tick above my stop. I put that on there to let me know while I'm in the room, if my alarm go off, then I know I got stopped out. Okay, we'll leave the midnight price on the 60-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart. Okay. Let me see what it looked like when I got the stuff on there, if it looked too busy. Let me get rid of these. Get rid of these lines. And I'll just put like the consequent encroachment, maybe. Uh-oh. I don't want to. I want it to look like too jumbled up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to look too jumbled up while we watching it. But I want us to be able to remember what was going on. And then I can take this off. Okay, so now that I got myself together, we just touch. See what it looked like to y'all. Okay, we touch consequent encroachment of that 4-hour BISI. That's also looking at it. That's also an hourly. We're inside an hourly. SIBI. I said BISI. SIBI. We touch consequent encroachment of that 4-hour SIBI. Since 6 a.m. Since the 6 a.m. candle, price has been moving bullish. Price has been moving bullish since the 6 a.m. candle. So price has been moving bullishly. What shows us price has been moving bullishly when we look at all time frames? We are disrespecting premium PD arrays, right? So right here around the 6 a.m. candle here, there's no imbalances in here to think about, but there's a imbalance there, right? We've pushed up through that imbalance, right? That imbalance is above price, so that's a premium imbalance, right? We have this swing high right there. That's a premium PD array. So we're pushing through. We're disrespecting premium PD arrays. The price, every time it comes down, it's respecting discount PD arrays. This 4-hour BISI, the big green box, when we came down to it and touched it, we wicked up off of it. Touched it again, we wicked up off it. Touched again, wicked up off it. Touched again, wicked up off it. So we're respecting discount PD arrays. We're disrespecting premium PD arrays. So the market is currently in a buy program. And you take it down to the lowest time frames, right? It came all the way back down to this down close candle, to this breaker over here. This is a bullish breaker. This is a bullish order block. Price came down, respecting the discount PD arrays, right? Respecting the discount PD arrays on all time frames. You can see it respecting the discount PD arrays. All the down close candles were supporting price, pushing up to there, right? Then I know you look over here and say, Timmy, it went through those down close candles. This is a 5-minute chart. So on this 5-minute chart, when we started pulling back right there and we pushed past these down close candles there and came to this area right there, to this breaker, right? That's a 15-minute breaker. It's a 15-minute breaker right there. So we came back this lower time frame. We came back down to a higher time frame PD array, right? So the market is currently in a buy program. All right, it's the 5-minute here. We took out that high right here on the 925 5-minute candle. So this 945 5-minute candle took out the high on this 925 5-minute candle. We've pulled back. It's a small 5-minute BISI right here made by the 940 candle. We pulled back through that. On the 1 minute, we came down below this short-term low, taking out short-term sell side on the 943 candle. On this retracement that we're currently in, on this 950 candle, we got a minute and 15 seconds left on this 950 candle. We came down, repriced this BISI, came down, took short-term low below this 943 candle on the 1-minute chart, came into a 1-minute BISI, went all the way down to the exact low of the 1-minute BISI on that retracement thus far. There's still another 1-minute BISI below price and a deeper discount of the move based off this let's see here, 1-minute BISI. Just want that on that time frame there, right? In the overall range of the move, right? Came down to the one. I marked that wrong. Well, this 1 minute, that's still another 1-minute BISI in the discount. We pulled back, taking out this short-term low right there and touching the low of this 1-minute BISI. Push back up, still respecting discount PD arrays. This 951 candle came to the low of that. What's the time frame? What's the time here of this 939 BISI? Let me mark this up. Right there. Try to make the candles a little bit bigger for y'all. Yes, so this 951 candle came to the low of this 939 BISI at 43.79.75 and pushed up off of it, still respecting the discount PD arrays. Remember, we have touched the consequent encroachment of a 4-hour SIBI, right? 956, we just wicked back down almost to equilibrium of this last bullish price leg from the 937 candle low up to the 945 candle high. That's 43.72.25 up to 43.86.50. That's the price leg we're looking at right now. We've moved back down again to the low of that 1 minute BISI. Price seems like it's trying to get into a discount of that price leg that we're watching. This 956 candle is still respecting that 939 BISI. We got a 1 minute closure inside this 1 minute BISI right there. Try to make this a little bit bigger for y'all since these 1 minute candles still have not made it back to a discount on this last price leg yet. We did take out this short-term low right here. Took out that short-term low again, like I said, but we still have not made it to a discount. Equilibrium for the price leg from the 937 candle to the 945 candle is 43.79.50. This 957 candle still respecting the 1 minute BISI, but it's still in the premium of the move. That BISI is still in the premium of the move. We're trying to get a little pull back here. I like to see price get down into the discount if it is going to rally. So that's why I got this discount 1 minute fair value gap marked out right there. That's the only imbalance in the discount of that price move from the 937 candle up to the 945 candle. That's the only imbalance in that price move. Came very, very close. What's the low on that candle? The low on that candle is 43.79. Oh, we came right to equilibrium. The low on this candle is 43.79.50. The low on that candle is 43.79.50. So we came right back to equilibrium, created a SIBI. Now we're in between the tail of two cities on the 1 minute candle. We have a 1 minute SIBI above us and a 1 minute BISI below us. It is all in the lower quadrant of that 4 hour fair value gap. We just took out the sell side, came all the way down, just took out the sell side in a major way on the 10 o'clock candle. Looked like the 10 o'clock candle ran stops. All these lows that was up under this consolidation right here, not really a tight consolidation, but all this time we spent here accumulating, letting all these orders accumulate below price and above price. The 950, the 1010 algo just took those out. That's a way you can always tell when it's a stop run. When price moves like that, stop run. No matter if it hits it and rejects it or hits it and just keep going. Whenever you see price just take off real fast like that, eating up some liquidity. They were accumulating, just letting the orders pile up below and above. Now, learning time. Whenever you see stops get attacked like that, that's when you want to watch for displacement in a direction. Whichever way you get the displacement in, those are the orders that the algo was accumulating. Right? Those are the orders that the algo was accumulating. Now remember, all of this right here is transpiring this is the 1 minute. So it looks violent, it looks big, but in the grand scheme of things, we're not moving a whole lot, right? Because right now, price is at 43.77, and the sell side line that I had up there was at 43.80. That's only like 4 points away. See what I'm saying? So, but price is price. So that's what you always want to look for. Even if it's like a short-term thing, that's what you always want to look for. You see how they attack the stops during the macro time, 950 to 1010 window, the sell side was attacked. Right now, this is also a case of punishing those that was winning, because when we came in, we said from the 6 o'clock candle, price was acting bullish, right? So price was acting bullish. We say, boom, got long. Like me, for example, anybody that got long, right, and didn't take it off like I did, or didn't take it off at this high, and they trailed their stop right there. Guess what just happened to them? Taken out the game. Might have been stopped out in profit, but they just got taken out the game. So the 950 to 1010 macro in this case punished those that was winning, because the 950 to 1010 macro job is to attack engaged sell side that has not been touched yet. I mean, in engaged liquidity that has not been touched yet, and imbalances. We did both. Took out liquidity up under this and imbalance. Now, watching, we're below this imbalance here, and we're below this imbalance here. If the bullishness that was happening since 6 o'clock is to continue, you want to see us push through these imbalances that we've gotten on the bottom side of. Because we're in a discount now. We're in a discount of this price leg. So you would want to see price put, like right now, we've come down to this 1 minute order block right here from the 936 candle. Right? We're inside that 1 minute order block right there. Inside that 1 minute order block. Came down right to mean threshold of that 1 minute order block. Got an order block there. Below the order block, you got a rejection block here. And then you got the low. Those are the final 1 minute PD arrays there. Push through, just touch the rejection block. Just touch the rejection block. The next PD array is the low. So now we're pushing through. We've pushed through that 1 minute. Pushed through that 1 minute. And now those two candles have respected the mean threshold. So this is the last line with this and the rejection block. All this is the last line. That 1 minute candle still respecting the mean threshold of that 936 Bessie. We're closing above mean threshold of that. So we got 1, 2, 3 candles that respect the mean threshold of that 936. I said Bessie order block. 936 bullish order block. News. Oh, what we had at 10? We had news at 10. Okay, so we used the news to come down there. And the news is during the same time with the macro. What news we had at 10? We had news today. Oh, consumer sentiment. Okay, consumer sentiment was at 10. All right, so consumer sentiment was at 10. All right. Okay, so the news combined with the macro, we've attacked sell side. Now that 1 minute candle, right, that 10:05 candle closed below mean threshold. It closed slightly below. Let's see how this works out. Now this next candle pushing. Did this body get into that rejection block? Let's check that. The body of that candle did not get inside the rejection block. Closed slightly below mean threshold and quickly rejected off of it. Quickly rejected off of it. Thus far, this order block is doing its job. This order block is doing its job thus far. Yielding in a 1 minute breaking market structure back up. We've pushed back through this 1 minute Bissy, the one I said you want to see us cut through this. You want to see us cut through this next Bissy. You want to see price if this bullish. And the reason why I say you want to see it, because when we came in, price was moving bullishly. So if the bullishness is to continue, it needs to keep cutting through and start to break market structure. Right? We got a 1 minute breaking market structure, and then that next high right there. Nothing on the 5 minute. Close it got to get all the way back to the high of the price leg to be a breaking market structure on the 5 minute. The next high will be a 2 minute. Give us a 2 minute, 3 minute. So we get a breaking market structure on the 1, 2, and 3 minute. If we take out that next high, right, on this move up, this aggressive move up on the 1 minute, you had a breaking market structure on the 1 minute and left a Bissy. Is right in line with the old fair value gap. That should support price if the bullishness will push up. If it doesn't support it, if this 1 minute candle right there, this 1008 candle that we're on, that closed below that, then that's showing weakness. If this 1 minute candle right here closes below, because there's a Bissy right there at the same spot as an old Bissy. If this 1 minute candle right there closes below that, that's showing weakness. Boom. Weakness is shown. So price should continue toward this low right here. If it doesn't continue toward that low, chop, might be chop suey for a minute. The 5 minute candle on that rush back up right here, we came all the way back up. What's looking to be maybe a immediate rebalance, because this 5 minute candle that we're working on right now, the high of that candle is 43.79.75. The low of this candle right here is 43.79.50. Right, so we've come back up, and this can be an immediate rebalance. That can be an immediate rebalance if we were to continue down to take out that sell side, meaning where this candle closed, where the low of this candle was and where this candle opened, there should have been a fair value gap, and if price kept sliding down. So price immediately went back up on this rush up and immediately rebalanced this potential SIBI. Come down and touch the low of that order block. Touch the old buy side that we had broken through, and that was a high from the London. That was the London high. We just traded back to. Push back up inside that SIBI, the one we created when I said weakness is there. Got opposing SIBIs, opposing fair value gaps. The 1006 candle is a Bissy. The 1008 candle is a SIBI, opposing fair value gaps. So that's a balanced price range. Tim, thank you for all you do for. I appreciate you, Derek, for pulling up. What's up, Wells J Rock? Happy Friday, Friday, Superman. What's up with you? Okay, we coming back up. The high of the Bissy is at, can't leave my way. The high of the Bissy is at 43.7775. We just touched it again, and we're it's a lot of chop on the 1 minute. We're cutting through back up to oh, that was I didn't even notice it was a little sibby in there too. We just cut all the way back up to that first 1 minute Bissy that I was talking about. I just noticed it was a sibby in there too. So we just went all the way back up to that sibby again, just like this one down here. This sibby's job inside in line with this Bissy job was to keep price down. Hasn't done that. We pushed all the way back up to the high of that first 1 minute fair value gap that we was looking at. We said we want to cut through it if the bullishness is to keep up, or ricochet off it if the bearishness has taken over. See what the dollar doing real quick. The dollar on the 1 hour chart pushed up and took out the London high. On the 1 hour chart, it pushed up and took out the London high on the dollar. So the dollar is just consolidating. The dollar been consolidating, jeez, ever since yesterday, all night. The dollar been consolidating all night. That is a I don't know what that is. I don't have it marked on the dollar. I just be putting it there. Oh, yeah, that's from way back there. We done traded through that a few times. I had that on there for a minute. That's been on the chart for a minute. Take him off. He done graduated. On the hourly time frame, we still haven't done much, because remember we had this this bullish displacement on the hourly time frame starting at 6 o'clock. We still haven't gotten down into the discount of this overall range. The range that we were just looking at was this small piece right here from 935, from like after the open. We was looking at that little small piece of price action right there for like the last 45 minutes. We've been looking at the small piece. We've been in this small little range right there. We've been inside this 9 o'clock candle. See, on the hourly time frame, everything we've been watching has all happened inside this hourly candle right here. So when if we finally take out this low, we're just taking out the low of this 9 o'clock candle. If we finally take out that low. So in the grand scheme of things, we have a whole Bissy down here that price needs to come to. And that would give us a discount PD array for the entire leg up from this 6 o'clock candle up to this 9 o'clock candle. And then this little small range right here, we keep pushing back to equilibrium, wick back down, equilibrium, wick back down. And this time we just kind of dilly-dallying. Then again on the 1 minute, just a bunch of chop. I'm glad I traded earlier this morning. Super glad I traded earlier this morning. Anybody got anything for me? Anybody got any questions while we watch the candles tick? While we watch the candles tick. Came back up to the high of that order block. All right, so just close below the order block, close below the London high. That's on the 1 minute chart. It's on the 1 minute chart. We got that 5 minute order block right there. So there's a 1 minute order block, a 5 minute order block, 60-minute breaker. Came down, touched the 60-minute breaker high on that candle right there. It came down and touched that 60-minute breaker. Got a lot of stuff going on there. 60-minute breaker that we just touched on this 5 minute candle. This 10, this 1016 candle came down and touched the high of this London 2 a.m. breaker. Pushed back up again. Just kind of chop suey. How do you set your target after a liquidity sweep? If I don't get displacement, if we reject the higher low, then I look for display. Well, I wait to see where the displacement comes in. If we get displacement in the same direction, I look either up and to the left or down and to the left, right? For example, right, like when we took out this low right here, boom, liquidity sweep, and we rejected it. Since we rejected it, right, I'm anticipating it coming back up. So I look for displacement to give me some kind of indication that it do want to go up. So I'm looking up and to the left, right? Now, if we take out liquidity and we don't reject it and we keep pushing, then I will look for displacement in the same direction, but I'm gonna look down and to the left, right? So rejection after sweeping liquidity, I start looking up, but I don't try to get in until I get displacement, continuation, then look for the display, whichever way the market displays. Just like when I said, okay, we just swept these stops. The algo just swept these stops. Let's look for displacement. Since we swept them stops, we had right here, when we swept them stops there, came down, swept all these stops on the hip, we ain't had no displacement yet. Like all the time frames are just overlapping each other. Buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side. Everything just overlapping. Even though this 5 minute, we said it came back up, it should have been a SIBI there based off where this candle opened, but price came all the way back up to make sure it closed in that candle. And that's pushing right back to equilibrium of that range. Looks like we traded up to the 4-hour bearish breaker. So why not a bias? So why not a bias to continue down? Top of this bearish breaker right there. Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you saw. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that bias. The only thing is now you're just, you know what I'm saying, you're in the tale of two cities. Right. Let's look at our 4-hour chart. Right. We're in uncertain territory here. It's not clear cut. Right. So you got the wick of this 4-hour breaker right here, this long wick right there. Right. I hate when it be like that. Like this right here is stronger than me. Right. That's stronger to me right there. But see, came down because we came down, came up, long wick went up, then dropped. So that right there would be a stronger breaker to me, or you would look at it from there. When it's a really long wick like that, I don't like super long wicks. It's like they happen for a reason. Some kind of raid happened on, but it wouldn't be nothing wrong with that if it was. But you look at what you up against, because on the 4-hour, right, on the 4-hour, we're pushing through that which is expected. Push up there. Let's look at this. Move there. Right. When we came up here, we had already looked at this, but we came up into the slight premium up to the consequent encroachment of this imbalance. Right, coming into the wick of this suspect breaker. In my mind, I like this one better, but coming into the wick of this suspect breaker. Right there, right above consequent encroachment. But like I said, we blasting off, but on the lower time frame, right, we've run stops, pushed up, come back down again, failed to take that low, pushed up with a breaking market structure right there. Right. So the 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 60 minute, everything has broken bullish on the lower time frame. But that's to be expected when you come back up to an hourly breaker, right? We got an hourly breaker there that we came back into. High, low, higher, high. Came back into an hourly breaker, came back into the wick of a 4-hour breaker. But bearish, bullish. Bullish breaker, bearish breaker. Bullish fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. Getting between the tail of two cities on the time frames. Tim, have you by chance been looking at 90-minute time frame due to quarter theory? Man, I ain't looked at it so long. I was looking at it, but it's like, would I be having to remember too many things? I like to keep it simple. When I have to start thinking about too many things, I'll be like, man, get off my screen. Talk about the what is the 90-minute cycles? Where it marked out from like 12 to 1:30, 1:30 to 3 to 4:30. Talk about like the 90-minute cycles, 90-minute windows or whatever it is. I was doing it for a little while, but too much to think about. Good morning, Karen. It's out of here. Understand why you like the other down close candle better. So maybe we still have a little more upside to get to the other down close candle. Who knows? In the middle of, and we're still in the middle. We're in the middle of the road. We're in the middle of the road. Let's look and see. Let's look and see what the big three doing with each other. Divergence. I'm like, man, we chop suey. Look at that. This is the YM. This is the NQ. This is the ES. Divergence. How many times I said we was doing chop suey over here, and then we still ain't even got down to that low yet. Still ain't hit that low yet. Right there. High resistance liquidity runs. We just took it. We just took it as I was talking. We just took it as I was talking. Just took the sell side. Just took the sell side. I'm bored too. I keep yawning. Just took the sell side. We had more news. Man, how much news we had today? Y'all know I suck when it comes to looking at the economic calendar. I'll be looking at like the highlights. I'll be looking at the highlights. I ain't got nothing on here for news. I don't think I had for news with consumer sentiment. What news we had? Somebody said news just came out. What news we had? But yeah, divergence. That's why we've been chopping. That's why we've been chopping. Okay, we're coming back down into that hourly busy now. Now, we just took out the low of that little piece of price leg that we were watching on that 9 a.m. hourly candle right there. That was the little piece of price leg that we was watching right here from this 5 minute and this 15-minute time frame. 15 minutes is only 2 candles. These 3 candles on the 5 minute, that little piece of price leg we stayed in. We stayed in that area for a minute. So now we've just come down into this hourly busy. This hourly busy right here. Uh-oh, I did the wrong thing. Not quite yet, but we're coming towards it. So that green box, that's the 1 hour busy. And that black line that's at just below consequent encroachment of that 1 hour busy, that's the midnight. So on the 1 minute, we have expansion with displacement. We took out this low and we got a fair value gap there and a fair value gap there. So in the sense of what Rocky was asking, I'll be looking for what can we take. We have a low there. We have a low there. All of it's inside. We have imbalances over here on the 1 minute. All of that's inside of 1 hour fair value gap. So in the sense of taking out these lows with displacement, if you was bearish, you'll be looking to get short. Well, if you trade like me, you would be looking to get short inside this imbalance right here on this 1027 candle that also lines up with a 1 minute bearish breaker right here on the 1016 candle. But that's not what this is about. This is just reading the tape. If this bearishness is to continue, this 1 minute SIBI on the 927 candle job is to keep price down. Let's see how far did we get there? Nope, we did not touch the 1 hour fair value gap. This green box, the 1 hour fair value gap. So now this order block that we was touching, this is now a bearish breaker because we came up and took out that high, that low, took out that high. Now that we've traded back below that low, this now we got a 1 minute bearish breaker that we just came back and touched inside that 1 minute fair value gap right there. So we came up, got another bearish breaker. There's two breakers there, this one and that one. Inside that 1 minute SIBI. So price so far, this is doing its job, right? That 1 minute SIBI there and the breaker so far is doing its job. If we take out this low, get into this hourly fair value gap, there's the first low that I talked about. There's the second low that I talked about. There's a few imbalances over here. That's the way you mark out your targets after liquidity gets taken. And it just, you ask the question and it happened in real time right there. Ain't no big move, these 1 minute candles, but I ain't mad at it, right? If you came off the low of the breaker, from the low of the breaker, that's 3 points so far. From the touch of the low of the fair value gap, that's 2 points so far. So help me understand using Dow, NASDAQ, and how to use that in my trading. Not sure I understand when to watch for divergence and when to say they are in alignment. Okay, divergence, the way I use divergence, right? The way I use divergence, if these three aren't doing the same thing, something's off. There's a cracking correlation, right? There's a cracking correlation. So if these three aren't doing the same thing and you're at a point where you're anticipating something to happen, this cracking correlation is either going to strengthen that belief or weaken that belief, right? It don't matter which one is weak or strong, right? It don't matter which one is weak or strong. I just use it for, okay, there's a cracking correlation, right? I don't try to look at it and say the NASDAQ strong, so the ES should go with it, or the Dow weak, so the ES should go with it. That's not how I use it. I use it to say, okay, we've from 6 o'clock, right? We started moving bullish, right? From the 6 o'clock candle, we started moving bullish. We're in a premium now. We just hit a premium. We just hit an hourly, we just hit an hourly SIBI. We just hit a 4-hour SIBI. We just touched the wick of an hourly breaker. Something should happen right here. This bullish move can be running out of steam. We want to sell in premiums and buy in discounts. So if we're getting to a point where I feel like, okay, we sell in premiums, when the market starts to give me a hint that it wants to drop, right? This divergence can help me out with like, the market is not moving symmetrically. I'm to an anticipatory reactionary point. If the market starts to break down, right, it can give me like right here on the 1 minute there, right? We came down, we got a 1 minute break in market structure right there. We took out that low. Remember when I said we took out the short-term sell side when we first came in? Then we got this displacement here. We came down with the fair value gap, the expansion with the fair value gap. Then we hit it and we went down. We got divergence. We came to a premium. We're at an anticipatory reactionary point. This divergence, some debauchery is afoot. breaking market structure, enter, whole lot of dilly-dallying because of this divergence, but it eventually played out and came back down to this hourly BISI right here, right? So now, if this, now this is how, this is the point where if you're short, you want to be shaving or getting out. And then since we have divergence, right, you don't want to just jump in and buy right here because there's divergence. There's, you want to, this is when you want to wait to let you see, okay, is this bullish move real, right? Is this real bullish move? What do you mean, Tim? Okay, we took off, got a break in market structure to the upside, left an imbalance. This order block and this imbalance job is to keep price up. Right? If all of these was firing on, if everybody was running bullish like the NQ is, right? If this was like how this is bullish, and then this is just consolidating. If this was bullish too, boom, you could I just buy off of this right here and go. But since it's divergence, now when we get here, I'm going to wait until I get some kind of signature to say I want to keep going up. That's how I use the divergence. Hopefully that long-winded explanation helped you out. That's how I use it. Other people use it different. You just got to figure out what works best for you with divergence. And then like I peek at the dollar all the time, be like, let me see what the dollar doing. You know what I'm saying? The dollar consolidating. When the dollar consolidate, who knows which way the market gonna go? Because the dollar just consolidating. Okay, hit the took out that first low that we talked about. And I say come off this fair value gap down. Well, actually, both of those lows got this low, that low. From that fair value gap to those lows that worked out. Played out in real time for somebody who asked that question. And then again, see right here, and this is why I'm like, since it's divergence going on, I ain't just buying off of this one 1 hour fair value gap because of this divergence. See how we hit it and we took off, but then we immediately reversed. Right? We hit it, took off, then immediately reversed because of that divergence. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a cracking correlation, right? It's a crack. If this is a bullish move, right, we should come back here and get gone, right? But since we got divergence over there, we've been chopping. It's the old, you know what I'm saying? Suck them in, eat them. Suck them in, eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. This right here is like, all this is low probability. All this is low probability to me. Love the explanation. I think that is where I'm going wrong, is saying that the other is strong, so the E has got to do something. Yeah, I don't use it. I hear a lot of people saying that. I don't use it like that. I just use it as, okay, if we at an anticipatory reactionary point and we got divergence, show me what you want to do, market. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting you to do something. Show me what you want to do. All right. If we at a point where we could be reversing and you show me a sign that you want to reverse, I'm gonna ride with you. Oh, and another thing, when you got divergence, I don't hold my trades long when I got divergence. I'm in and out. If I get 4 points, I might be gone. If I get 5 points, I'm gone. If I get 5 points, I'm gone quick out of there. But when we got divergence like that, I don't try to hold the trades long. I don't try to hold them long. Let's see how far we got down into that hourly. I keep doing that. I'm so used to going to the bottom, but I keep forgetting I got 4 windows now. Let's grade it. Came down to that first quarter. We're fighting with that first quarter right there. See them 2 candles? The bodies perfectly respect that first quarter of the that 1 hour BISI that's below us. So we got that. We came down into that 1 hour BISI. We got up to consequent encroachment of that 4 hour BISI and that 1 hour BISI above us. So we're in between the tail of 2 cities. We got an hourly BISI above us and an hourly BISI below us and an hourly SIBI above us. So we're in between opposing PD arrays. So right now, price is just bouncing up, down, up, down. It's like we're in between. We're ping-ponging. Hey, it's 10:45. We done been on here for about an hour and some change. Hour and 11 minutes, let's say. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Hopefully, midnight open. Yeah, midnight somewhere. I had midnight marked somewhere. Yeah, right there. Midnight open is like just below consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. And the new day opening gap also. So that gray line, right? That gray little box, that's the new day opening gap. That black line, that's the midnight open. All right, man. Hopefully I said something that helped somebody. If I didn't, I promise you I'll try to do the same thing again. If you hold on. I forgot to do my commercial. Why y'all ain't tell me to do my commercial? Good morning. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., and this is being brought to you by Tape Reading with Timmy, the new special 5-day workshop brought to you by Tim's Tidbits. And it will be from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, all next week, November the 13th through November the 17th. And you get it all for an amazing discount of, the actual price is $3.99, and they're having a 100% off sale. So you get it all for 100% off of $3.99. That's amazing. Tune in Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. at www.youtube.com/thenewtlr to tune in to Tape Reading with Timmy. Did I do good? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all Monday morning at 9:30 for the official kickoff of Tape Reading with Timmy. Again, it's going to be a 5-day workshop, I guess you'll say. We're going to do this right here. We ain't trying to pick what price going. We just reading price. We looking at what price doing, seeing if price moving algorithmically, and watching candle by candle by candle. An hourly chart, 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart, and we're just gonna read price. Let's say I missed the Spotline song. Hey, man. Hey, sis, hey, you stay there, Derek. Hold on. That's a great sale. Have a blessed weekend. You too. Too. That's what I'm talking about. I'm already winning today for free. That's what's up. When does the discount expire? It expires on Friday. Hey, shout out the true blue gang members, the true blue gang members, right? Before we get out of here, we're going to put this on a daily chart, and I want y'all to direct y'all attention over here to that side of the screen. And when I click on this, you'll see my little mouse follow the bouncing ball. It's hovering over a ticker symbol. The ticker symbol says SPY. We know it as Spyleen. We love her so much, we wrote a song dedicated to her. We haven't been by Spyleen house in a long time. But if you are true gang, if you will, clear your throats with me. Get in tune. Me. And on the count of 3, sing it with me with pride. 1, 2, 3, sing it with me. Spyleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Spyleen, oh, girl, what you about to do? Look at Spyleen. Who remembers Spyleen? Who remembers Spyleen? Spyleen, you still got on the same thing you had on when we was here the last time. You still got on the breakers. You still got on. Spyleen, hey, that's a little nostalgia for you. Little nostalgia for you. I appreciate y'all, man. Yes, you can sing. You can sing too, Karen. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me again. Hopefully, I said something that helped somebody. I try to keep it fun. I try to joke a lot, but I really, really hope that I said something to help somebody today. If I did not help you, I promise you, I will try my best the next time. Hey, until the next time, y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, and remember, your boy Aranya Grande, aka Big Spider, gone, man.